Hello, my name is J.H. Lee. This is Human Engineer video blog number 7, What is Good? Last time when I present number 6, it is belief system and thinking, two of them together related with the confidence. After that we bring it out a few very important items of false belief system, basically that whole society has, everyone has. From that, there's a 5. So this common false belief system is pervasively entire society, and it is in everybody's mind. Number 1 is our knowledge is based on our intention, not the truth. Because of that, we don't have a strong foundation and ground. The ground is alone, it is on building on the sand. Number 2, humans are imperfect and limited. However, we do not aware or we do not admit that our limitation. That's the disease that I made that presentation along with the Tao Te Ching, chapter 71. However, number 3, we still do not know the exact definition of what is good. And this is the part that I would like to cover in this video blog. However, let's continue on the number 4. Number 5 is knowledge has a power, yet knowledge cannot make the human being. We need to learn a lot more to be a mature human being. That part we are missing. That is what education failed. Number 5 is because of science, technology, it is bring the good things to us. Yet, now's time, science become a god. We really need and hungry and thirsty for spiritual value. And from that, let's start what is good. Well then, what is meaning of good? What is definition of that? So if we're looking at the dictionary.com, it has more than 50 different meaning. Too many meanings. Okay, especially number 42 is said favorably regarded. What does that simply means? It means this: fit into my need or your need or somebody else's purpose, then it is good. Wow, that is what we know so far. Now here is a very famous quote from Protagoras, 2,500 years ago. Man is the measure of all things. Yes, it is a very somewhat true, but very misleading. Why? Because humans are limited again. Humans are imperfect. Then what do you mean? I am, or every individual is, measure of the whole world. Isn't there something wrong about that? And this is why concept of good is very relative term and not clearly defined, very confusing. That is why we misuse every day. So, since we confuse about it, result of a misconception of the good is this: we don't teach our children how to be good. Instead, teach them how to be not bad. And this is because of we are not clearly know what is good is. Well then, what is the outcome of teaching our children how to not to be bad? It fosters a passive attitude instead of active attitude. We all should be very, very aware of this. Passive attitude, active attitude. Passive attitude, you don't have to do anything. Active attitude, you must make your life a living for your own. And these two clearly different attitude, we are fostering this very bad attitude. And this attitude, we do not know how to foster that and how to promote that. And because we don't have a concept of good clear it. Question is then, what is clear concept of good? Now here is then, I must bring you this Bible verse. It is in Mark chapter 10, verse 17-18. A young man ran up to Jesus and put his knee down, asking question. Good teacher, what must I do in inherit the eternal life? Then his response is, why do you call me good? No one is good except God alone. This means very strange. It makes me pondered so long. Why? Because nothing good except God alone. So God, good is a very, very spiritual concept. However, I cannot stop it here. If good is a spiritual concept, I must, following question should be, what is then concept of good within metaphysical realm? We have a body as a physical, mind as a metaphysical, spirit as a celestial world and the spiritual world. And so, even we still living in the physical world and metaphysical world, we must clear concept of good in metaphysical world. What is it? Then I must be bring the law and principle of life number one. As you know, this whole world is working under this rule, total independency with a total dependency. Yes, that is what the Eastern thinks about yin and yang. What it means back to yin, let me slightly explain a little more, then we move on. I cannot live without somebody else or all this world. Yet, no one can eat for me, sleep for me, breathing for me. That's right, I have a total independency. Yet, my life cannot furnished by, supplied by, all by me. Where can I get the water, air, life? I didn't make that. And where can I get the breakfast, lunch, and dinner, the food, clothes, and shelter? Not even farmer can make his own food. Why? Where did he get a seed? Where did he get the land? Did he make the sunshine? Did he make it grow? Of course, he has to cultivate that, work really, really hard. Yet, entire this universe is depending on each other. These two completely opposite pole. Total independency, total dependency, has to be harmonized and balanced. That's what this world is all. Well then, it must be balanced, harmonized, and has to be, both party has to be satisfied. If one side is good, the other side is deprived, and that is not good. I brought up this screen, the prior video. Is that we in this world has a 4-level relationship. Is I to the world as a physical, I to you is a metaphysical, I to the God that's a spiritual world. There is a 4 different layer of relationship, and we need to understand the dynamics of it and value and what is the most important principle each layer. So conclusion is, the answer for what is good must be healthy relationship between all 4 layers of a relationship. Then question is how to be good. I've been teaching all my life, and I must teach how to be good to all of my students, so I made a slogan. Answer nicely, answer on time. And this is working really well. And now let me elaborate a little bit. If we pick up another word for answer, it means response or interact. That's right. Since we are realm of relationship, interacting is everything. Therefore, answer nicely, answer on time will teach them how to be good. Now then, What kind of benefit did I reap from answer nicely, answer on time? I brought up 4 of them. First one is empower them with their own identity. Number 2 is teach exact roles with their everyday life. Number 3 is increase the quality of their responsibility. Number 4, teach everyone their meaning of life. And I will cover them one by one. Because response can be done by only you, which means complete entity as you. So that's another question I always attach with them. Who makes you good? I know many children say, my parents, somebody else. At that time, I corrected their thinking, because no one gonna eat for you. Your mom gonna eat your ice cream for you. Then children catch it right away. Ah, that's right. I made myself good. I am the only one can respond this whole world, because no parents can be behind the children 24/7. It's impossible. Now, exact role. We have carried many roles in our life. In other words, we change the head all the time. But if we clearly identify what the role that I carry each situation, it will be saved a lot of conflict. Yes, it is. Since all those conflicting comes from somebody step on somebody else's toe, that time there's a conflicting going on. If we aware our role clearly, where the boundary is, then it can be saved so much of problem of the world. Now, increase responsibility. How many parents want to teach the children responsibility? Then what is responsibility? How are we going to be able to teach this quality? Very simple. Ability to respond is a responsibility. That's right. Responsibility means we have a role. We have a part to play. And when we play this part properly and respond correctly, then that is a responsibility. Back to again, ability to respond, responsibility, answer nicely, answer on time. How many children has to be called by many times by parents? You ask yourself, if you're parents, how many times do you need to call your children or child to get the answer? Too many times? I can fix that in one day. Now then, this will teach the meaning of life. Wow, that's a very big claim. Yes. However, it is each individuals are very, very unique. No one's are same. Therefore, it has to be everybody's personal things. Yet there is a certain basic rules, generalization rule. That is why I can claim this. Here again, what is another word for the meaning? Could it be purpose? Or could it be reason? But what about spiritual level of the meaning? That is calling. That's right. If we get calling, we know how to answer to the calling. Then every individual has to find their own way. Yet that's how we're going to able to guide anyone to find their own meaning of life. That's why physical world, metaphysical world, we need to know how to answer nicely, answer on time. Then when real spiritual calling come to you, you can able to respond. That is the calling. That's the meaning of the life. Thank you for watching this video. And this is my calling, human engineer. And if you have any question, any request, please contact me through the email. And I am looking forward to bring another video next week.